What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with what is unfortunately a little bit of a rant review for this new album from Ghostface Killah called Ghostface Killahs. Now, I don't got to do a big intro here because we all know who Ghostface is. In my opinion, he's one of the GOATs. He has an incredible discography, and of course, he's also a Wu-Tang legend. So you can't really take too much from him in 2019. Like, he's put the work in, we know who he is, and he's given us plenty of great music. But unfortunately, I think this project right here has got to be one of the worst additions to his discography, man. There's so many things with this that I didn't care for, but I will talk about some of the positives first, because I didn't think this was all out trash, and I definitely have heard much worse than this album this year. So for some of the standout moments, we have me, Denny, and Darryl. Here we have Ghostface, Method Man, and Capadonna showing that they can still go hard after all those years. They're coming in on this twangy production, really working some great flows. It just kind of feels like a throwback Wu track, so I enjoyed that one. And Conditioning is pretty dope too, because it has these silky flutes on it, just a great beat all around, and you might have seen the video for this track as well. And Ghostface on here, again, he just sounds refreshed, and he's actually really rapping his ass off on here. So there are these little moments that are pretty good, but man, there are so many moments on here that are just average or meh. I just think when you take this project and you compare it to some of his past work that is really great, it just pales in comparison, man. It pales in comparison like standing WWE Sheamus right next to Wesley Snipes. That is a lot of pale shit going on right there with Sheamus. He even admits it himself. We also get the song Flex. This is just a really bland track about flexing, obviously. I did think the soul beat on here was kind of cool, but the bars were pretty standard. Then you get this hook that is absolutely flavorless, man. It is drier than a desert wolf's asshole. Then with Fly Everything, we get this beat that sounds like it's constantly getting reset. I mean, it sounds like Windows 95 just crashing, going through some shit, resetting over and over, and it can't quite boot up properly. That's what I felt like listening to that one. Then with Party Over Here, this one was okay, but ultimately it sounds outdated, and not in that fun, nostalgic sort of way. I mean outdated, like if you were about to grow a long-ass rat tail and get steps in the side of your head, man. You're just taking it back a little bit too far. I don't think people are ready for that shit. On top of all that, we have Pistol Smoke. This one just sounds like somebody discovered how to place orchestral hits in FL Studio and went crazy. Another bad beat. Really, I just think the production is hit or miss all over this damn thing, with way more misses. You look back at some of the great tracks that Ghostface has been given from a variety of producers, and he's gotten so many better beats than what he has here. I was really disappointed with the production, and even his rapping wasn't that fascinating, which I will get into a bit later. But on top of all the stuff I've already talked about, you're also getting some pretty stale retreads here. The song Waffles and Ice Cream, for example, is basically a lesser sequel to the hit song Ice Cream, one of my favorite Wu-Tang tracks. I even saw it live when I saw Wu-Tang in Rhode Island, but on this one, instead of getting up in guts, they're getting up in text. It's just kind of, I don't know, a 2019 spin on Ice Cream. Did like the beat though, so as much as I'm complaining, I still think this is one of the better tracks because the beat has a bit of flutes on it, is pretty dope. Then with The Chase, we're getting what is basically a lesser version of the song Run that was featuring Jadakiss. You might remember that track, it was super dope. This is a lesser version of that. And then just for the hell of it, we get this reggae rap track thrown on the end called Sour Sop. I don't know, man, this just feels like a rushed project. Doesn't seem like a lot of thought was put into it. The concepts, ideas, creativity, personality, all the shit that you come to expect from Ghostface is really turned back here, even the humor. There are still some instances, of course, where Ghostface does sound alright. I mentioned some of those tracks at the beginning of this review where I think he really sounded at his best. But for the most part, man, there's really a lot of lazy bars and stuff happening on here. I mean, he's even dropping homophobic slurs all over this damn thing, to the point that it seems like he's trying to make a point. I mean, that's not new to Ghostface or a lot of rappers or gangster rappers. I'm not going to get into that whole topic. I just noticed that he was dropping homophobic slurs, it seemed like, in every damn verse, just really shoehorning the shit in. I don't know, it just felt kind of, again, weird, outdated, and outplaced in 2019. Anyway, but again, that's a whole other discussion. I'm not going to get into fucking politics. I'm just saying I really noticed that it stuck out on here. Even on the song New World, he is trying to get a bit conscious on here and deliver social commentary, but it is so vapid, man. It really just seems like he's going down a checklist. So he's speaking on the opioid crisis, police brutality, just stuff that everyone's talking about these days. He doesn't really expand on it or go in depth on it. Just seems like, what can I speak about on my conscious track? Okay, I'll say this, check. Mention this too, check, check, check. Just just so disappointing from Ghostface, man. Like, I know some people are just gonna be upset. I know how hardcore Wu-Tang fans can be and Ghostface fans can be, and I understand, man. I came up on Wu-Tang, love the Wu-Tang. Ghostface is probably in my top 10. I think he's absolutely dope, has a great discography. He really, I think, is probably the best Wu-Tang member, although there are plenty other members I like, Jizza, Raekwon, da-da-da-da-da. But I don't know, man. For him, this is really a letdown. And I'm going to go with a very light 2.5 out of 5, man. I almost went lower, but like I said, you do get some slight glimpses here and there of that classic Ghostface that you want. But all in all, man, this was a really disappointing record. I will say Burner to Burner was okay. You get Deck and Capadonna on here. And this actually had some of Ghostface's best verses. I just wanted to end on a positive note. So he says, I pledge allegiance to crime, right hand on the burner, death to all cornball niggas who want to turn up. Thought that was a hard line. And also, Ghost got a gambling habit, I burn bookies, smacked so many promoters out here, they scared to book me. So I thought that was pretty dope, man. There were these moments that were kind of nice, but as an overall package, I just thought this shit was forgettable, very disappointing, and probably the worst Ghostface album in my opinion. But you guys can let me know what you think about this one. Were you as disappointed as me? Do you love it? Why? Do you hate it? Why? You know how it goes. So hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts, and of course, make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.